Well, I can't tell you how much rain has fallen. It is still sprinkling. And you hear the cracking. It's not snow. It's still 25 degrees. What is it? 8:30, I think. Somewhere in there. So it's been doing this shit since a little after 3. This was all clear ground earlier. In the camera, it kind of looks like it, but believe me, it is not. I am going down here because one 2-year-old standing there, and I'm looking in the camera, and I'm looking in the camera, and I can't tell in the camera if I'm looking past her butt and looking at that's kind of nice here, and looking at a cow in the other pen, or if I'm looking at a water bag. Oh, shit. Where I am now, this was clear. As in, it was almost dry ground. A little better right here. Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can follow my ass. Well, I'm halfway there, right? Yeah, I made it down there. I didn't fall on my ass. I was what I was thinking it might have been. Cow in the cow pen. Her head was in the right spot. It looked like a water bag when the other one was taking a crap. So, nothing going on. I didn't think any of the heifers are that close because they usually get really loose first. But we do have a couple of cows that they could think about at any time in the next week. So, I'm taking this route back. It's actually pretty good walking through here. But I'm not going to try to go over there. And I'm going to go back this way. Y'all seen me make this trip many times, but go in the opposite direction, and look, there I am. So, we'll see what tomorrow brings. I've not stepped off my porch yet. I'm standing here, and my one foot is actually slipping while I'm just standing here. You can't see the icicles. They're 6-8 inches long. Wish me luck. Oh yeah, we're up at 28 degrees. 98 freaking % humidity. My head feels like somebody's been using it as a baseball for a week right now from that. It is still dripping. I don't think it stopped all night by the looks of it. Because, God, that looks, I mean, the camera's not quite picking it up, but that looks way worse than last night when I had to go out and check the heifers. Hey, look, the view from this direction. My porch is right over there. It took me over 20 minutes. Or about 20 minutes anyway. I made it. Staying on this and stomping through. But that was more than interesting, shall we say. I actually ended up coming down the edge, and you can see a little bit there from the skid steer. That was just enough I could make it to the shop. I'm not going to feed yet. Dogs are locked in the shop. They're going to stay there for a while. I snuck my way around this way. And the reason I'm not going to feed is those cows come running out, or especially with not letting the dogs help, those cows come running out of that feed barn, and there's going to be a lot of injuries. Don't need that. And if you notice, I just sound wonderful. It's because we're 98 or 99% humidity again. Instant sinus pluggage, among other things. And it's still dribbling on me. You can barely feel it. But it's coming down. You can see it in the cameras more than you can see it anywhere else. And those girls, oh, come on, focus, have been standing there just like that, staring at me since I stepped out the shop door. I think they're going, what are you, stupid? Even the dogs were, well, they were doing all right moving. I tried to go up there to cross and come back down, and about right there, Rainey walked over to me. She walked from like here and walked over like, come on, are you coming? And she stopped in front of me and slid a foot and a half down the hill. Luckily, she just stood there and let it happen. I asked Becky the other day if she knew where my caulk boots were. Guess what? She doesn't. Because I still have a good pair of Wescos, leather lace-ups, and there should still be a pair of rubber caulks around too, which would have been really nice. I mean, I'd just be running across this shit. I just wouldn't be able to go in the house. But I'm not sure where the hell I'm going. I'm hoping I don't go down. Too old for that shit. But so far I'm moving. And yeah, there's a good half-inch ice on everything. I knew that last night because it started adding up really quick. That was a feat. Keep in mind, this is all on a hill. There, that opening above the trailer, that's level. Give you an idea. That's just that part of the hill. So what is there? Well, where I'm standing at the back of the big trailer. Oh, there's a traffic cone over there. I am eye level with the reflectors, bottom reflector on that traffic cone. So, what, in 60 feet, there's a good 5 foot? Just to give you a little perspective. Kind of light out now. Oh, I see icicles hanging. I watched icicles forming over there on one of the cameras last night. Don't remember where I left off when I was trying to get to the house, but look where I'm walking now. Wesco cork boots, or caulk boots, that's how it's spelled, is caulk. They need a serious cleaning and a serious warm them up and oil them. But their Omni feet don't quite fit like they did 20, 30 years ago. But they're working, doing what they need to do. I just slipped right there a little bit. I expect to once in a while. I'm not going to push these cows out of here at all. If you notice, you know, there's 3 standing there like, how'd we get here? Oh, one of those must be one of the open ones. There's 2 open ones out here. Yeah, yellow tag, the one on the far side. The couple that were here when I walked out of the house obviously made it to the barn because I see a bunch standing there saying, feed us, feed us, feed us. Dogs are still in the shop. I'm sure they're happy. But you all know how the dogs can get them riled up coming out of this barn, and I don't need that. I don't need to dig a hole today, or at all. I don't want to dig a hole at all this year. Anybody needs some ice panels? I'm really surprised that's all the farther the icicles went on those. But anyway, I'm going to ask these ladies nicely to gently walk out, and hopefully they cooperate. If you're wondering, I'm still being careful where I'm walking. Just because I got metal spikes on the bottom of my boots doesn't mean they're going to get a good grip before I slip a little. And hopefully this shit thaws out before it gets too late tonight. Because I think we're going to need some feed today. Although Yeah, if need be, the steers will make another day. Cows might too. If I have to, I can toss a couple small bales inside. They're supposed to be 46, but they're talking about not getting above freezing till afternoon. So that's probably enough gabbing. Hell, I already got you a full video and I ain't even fed yet. Yeah, I may just make them clean up. Maybe tomorrow will be a cleaning day if the feeders are empty. They probably will be empty. But in the meantime, excuse me, ladies. Look at Dancer's dirty face. Excuse me. Pardon me. Excuse me. Ladies, it's out time, please. Out. If I just tell them to get out of it, then they'll just stand here. Say, out. Boomer. Come on, Boom. Out. Come on. Dancer. Figure. Old show cow. Dancer, get your butt out of the barn. Go. Spoiled. But they know they don't want to move very fast. You're not special. You can get out. Go. The thing about when the snow starts to melt. And look where it all goes. Oh, we can see how far it's made it even. It did in there anyway. Usually I take the skid steer and make sure that ditch is open. And that's one reason I do a cut along there. Everything above will hit there and follow that down. But just took a pick and opened that up. It's still 28 degrees and it's still raining, but it's dribbling off of things. So at least that gets it to there and it can go underneath through there. Now I gotta go see what might have been in Mom's garage last night. Becky called me and said, go check the garage. Dog food's tipped over, a whole bunch of other stuff's not where it was apparently. So, well, maybe you can see some tracks or something. Right. There's tracks in this. Look how many tracks Red's leaving. Look at all those. So, well, maybe you can find some poop or something. Figure out what it was. Don't matter what it was. It's been there and it's gone now. I mean, maybe a raccoon. I doubt it though. Gray diggers sure aren't going to be out now. And by the way, this is starting to melt underneath. Finally. So, yeah. And she got an email from the garbage company. When it thaws out enough, I got to go get those cans and bring them all back down. Because they ain't going to be here this week for us. Didn't figure so the way this was going, but if I hadn't got them up there last night, they'd have been here at 6 o'clock this morning. But then I looked, stuff that Becky told me was all knocked over, Mom must have picked back up, because I didn't see nothing out of place, but the dogs, they were all over this area sniffing. So something was out here that they don't really know about. And, you know, it's so hard, there's no freaking tracks. So, that's all I can do. Look and see and say I have no idea, but, you know, if she would tell me, I'd even let one of these other three tell me, but, you know, whatever was here was all through here and went in and did whatever it did. So, let me go find a warmer, drier spot. I mean, I'm comfortable, but I guess I'm not going that way. It's starting to rain harder. I don't feel like getting wet. So, yeah, the joys. So far, that's working. I only did cross the door to here because that's the only place you can get in. Because You get over here and we poured concrete. Went all the way through there. There's still a little sneaking in right here. Not much I can do about that. I'm gonna see what I can do. But down here checking this, and I hear stuff falling. It's like, what the hell was that? Heard 2 or 3. So I made it over to about here, and I saw about a 2-foot icicle come down right at them pallets. Well, and guess I shouldn't say it's icicle. It came down as an icicle, but y'all just saw that, right? Hopefully you heard it too. That was about a 3 or 4 foot long chunk of ice coming off the lines. And of course the dogs were running over there. No, dogs, come over here. And more. It's interesting that they're all falling at the same point. But it may have something to do with heat coming out of the barn and rising right there. I don't know. Either way, I'm not going to get any closer to it. I don't need to be playing with power lines if they decide to come down with it. In the meantime, I guess we'll listen to that for a while. Watered earlier. Went up and brought the garbage cans and recycle cans back down. They're still full. Well, not quite full, but they didn't get emptied. And while I had the 4-wheeler out, made a few passes here and there. A couple passes there. That'll help bring the water this way instead of that way. And so far that's not getting any worse in there. Busted up some of the stuff. The end of the machine shed up there, it ain't gonna bust up. That's just gonna require higher temperature. But well, the snow that was in this is pretty well turned to slush. Which, of course, instant ice when you step on it. And that thing got around okay. There was a couple spots I couldn't turn. I couldn't move very well, but yeah. I don't see water running in here now like it was. Over here was standing water because it was coming in. It's a little early yet, but I'm going to say that it's late enough to feed. So I'm going to get feeding done and, of course, top the water off. They're saying 33 for the low in the morning, but I don't know that we're much over that at the moment. I don't think we're going to hit that 46 degrees they were saying. They keep talking about the other side of Portland, Troutdale area. Oh, that's going to not get warm. And when they're talking what the temperatures are there, that's what they've been here. Yet north of us and south of us is warmer. So, but anyway, see a little steam coming off them girls. So here's one of my points. I know you guys where it's freaking cold. You notice you feed more feed when it is that cold, but it's dry. Now, think how much energy they're using right now to stay warm enough to make that steam. And that steam is doing nothing but cooling them off. Because they're flat out wet now. I mean, that's what we deal with. And a lot out there, well, that's going to be a shithole tomorrow. Maybe the next day. If they don't walk down below too much and just make a path straight across, it probably won't be too bad for a while. This one, when it thaws, it's going to be a total mess. The stuff's 6-8 inches deep in there. So, anyway, they take a lot more energy to stay warm when they're wet than they do when they're dry and cold. Just like me. Just like anybody. So I'm going to finish my day, put the video up. Hope you've all had a good hump day. Hope everybody has a good Thursday. And keep our fingers crossed, because through all of this, Our power only blinked that very first morning when I stepped up those steps. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? There it is. That light right there blinked. Other than that, and that was on the line to the barn. I probably never even did anything to the house. So other than that, knock on wood, everything's been good. So thanks for watching, everybody. Stay warm and safe. Those of you to the south that aren't used to this shit, you know, that get it like once every 10 or 20 years, you'll live through it. Keep your critters fed, stay warm. Noticed earlier I didn't see any ducks in the old creek bed. That's because they're not in it today. Well, most of them aren't. There's a couple in there, but no, they're all up above eating. Thought I'd show you that.